אין לי הרבה טוב, אחד יש להם בקושי שמחזיקים אותי. תדבר אותם, אז זה יותר.
אנשים לא נותנים רק עם טובים. So we started with Rashi, B'siyata D'Ishmaya. We started with Shitas Rashi. We went through the Chaim HaLevi and the Gerizim yesterday. He says that really there's two parts there's two dinim in Pidyon Hekdesh. One din is you need a Maisa Kinyan, the Mafkia, to uproot the Kinyan of the Hekdesh. Number two, you need some kind of value that the Kedusha will transfer. So I'm reading again the Grease inside. It's in the second page. Morgenstern, what's your private name? What is his name? Gabriel. Do you have the papers? Alexander. You have papers? Alexander, do you have papers? Papel? Dapim. Dapim is in Hebrew, Yiddish. Dapim. Jonathan, you want to join us?
Maybe.
So take the papers.
Maybe. The ratio is here. Not interesting.
Carrying the same piece, the same piece.
ותירץ על פי היסוד של אביו הגאון רב חיים הלוי, שוב עליהם, שיש בייס דינים בפדיון הקדש. There's two dinim by redeeming הקדש. והנה מה שצורך פרוטו בפדיון הקדש. That I need the value of pruto when I redeem הקדש, אין זה משום הדין חילול הקדש יש בזה. It's not because of the law of transferring the Hegdesh that there is there. Why? The transfer the Hegdesh would be enough, even less than valuable.
What was that last statement? It'll be what? It'll be enough?
The Bazaya Sagi, that was enough, would be enough. Gam mepachot mipruto, also less than. Elo rather, Zemidin Kiyam Kesef. That I need to be value of Pruto is from the law of acquisition of Kesef, because Kesef needs to be Pruto. Sheesh bin Regnesh. Ubazem Evuah. With this we can understand. Explain. Shimoyo Moyo Kinyan Shtar Be'egdesh. If Kinyan Shtar was working, will help in Hegdesh. If the acquisition of a document will help in Hegdesh, in sanctity, or you were able to remove the Kedusha, replace the Kedusha, af ala shtar, even on a document, sheyesh boy neo that has in it a paper, af sheshov puta, even though it's worth less than a puta. So where the Kedusha would be transferred?
We studied that a star can buy a woman because it's always less than a bruta, and now we are learning that with the star we can.
I can take a piece of paper, write a star,
Yeah.
and break the kedusha of kedusha. Let's say I have a chair. It belongs to Hekdesh. I want a chair, table, chair that belongs to Beit HaMikdash. And I go to the Gizban, I give him a shtakim and a shtar. And I want the shtar to make a kinyan and redeem the Hekdesh and transfer the Hekdesh. So the transferring of the Hekdesh, of the holiness, can be transferred even to a piece of paper, even though it's worth less than Shabbat. The shtar will be kodesh. And the shtar also make the kinyan that will break away the kedusha. The only reason it doesn't work, the Torah says, what can break away the kedusha? Only kesef and not shtar. But it wasn't for the shtar. If shtar was able to do the ma'aseh kinyan of breaking the ownership from the hegdesh, I wouldn't have a problem that the shtar is not shavaput. That's his point. Because the transferring, I just need to have kesef to break, kinyan kesef to break the ownership, the bailus of hegdesh on the object. But if shtar was able to break the bailus, because it won't be a posuk that excluded. I didn't have the posuk. I didn't have the posuk, and shtar were able to break away the ownership, I wouldn't have a problem. I won't have to deal with the problem and where the kedusha is going to fly to, where the kedusha is going to transfer to. It can be because it can be transferred even in a piece of paper unless it's open. That's what the Gigi says. I mean the last two lines. And with this nicely will be the transferring of the kedusha. Rather, from the verse, the Torah says, "Give money, and that will redeem them." The hegdesh loindim we learn sherakim kesef, only acquisition of money. Moilafkia hegdesh helps to break away the ownership of the hegdesh. But break away the holiness, the ownership. But if it was able to break the ownership, I won't have a problem where the holiness will go, even though the star is not shavaput. That's the point.
How is it possible that the star can break a kadosh, something blessed, if I make a star together against?
Why not? Star will break away the acquisition of star. You know, the acquisition kinyan.
Yeah.
The kinyan of the star will take away the ba'alut, the ownership. Okay. And what about the kedusha? Kedusha is elastic, can stretch, and can contract too, and it will transfer from the object, the value of the object itself, to something else. If there's less, and even is less a shor puto. The only reason why it doesn't work because the acquisition of star doesn't work to take away the ownership. But if it was able to, I didn't have a problem where the kedusha is going to be transferred, even a shor puto.
I like that concept of kedusha stretch.
Yeah, the Rebbe used to speak about it a lot. If you remember.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear from him?
I didn't recall hearing it. When you explained this concept and that terminology, I understood it. I never heard that before.
The Rebbe used to speak a lot about it. A lot. Kedusha is something elastic. Can multiply, can extract.
Divide, subtract, divide.
Right.
Rabbi Zimmerman.
Right. He said, speak with Rabbi Zimmerman, he spoke a lot about it.
Sure, because I read his book too, and that was
right.
After that.
But he used to speak in public. And he didn't realize at the time.
Not a lot. I never understood the concept and application of this exact.
That's the point here, he says. He says, the question on the table is, what kinyan can break away the ownership of hegdesh? So we say only money and not only kinyan kesef and not kinyan shtar. But if kinyan shtar was able to break the ownership, I wouldn't have a problem. I have to deal where the kedusha is going to go to a piece of paper. Yes, it can go. Because kedusha can extract, can expand, can multiply. That was the famous words of the Rabbi Zimmerman, the Rebbe, for years and years. You can prove it all with Shas. It's reality. The lochen, therefore.
Like a big nuclear explosion.
Right?
Wow.
The lochen, it is. The lochen pochu. That's why the Gemara asks, Shekinah shtar garua. They say, wait a second, you want to say Kinyan Shtar is strong, that it can break prohibitions, that she can divorce. I show you that Kinyan Shtar is worse. Shum Shalamoin Bedish cannot break away these sort of hegdesh. The ownership of Hegdesh. Okay. This is the Gris upon Reb Chaim Halevi. So now we're going to see the Rashba. So turn the first page. Where's Alexander? Maybe let him sit next to you and translate him what I'm saying. I want to get involved.
He speaks great English.
What?
He speaks great English.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he's jumpy.
Yeah, okay. Very conversant.
Okay. He has to sit.
At the
First
beginning,
sentence.
at the beginning, we are happy because we need to clean our tables. At the beginning, you need to move, go back, and at the clipboard are better, you can stay.
Jesus, Rashi. There's no way to define things. Okay, but sure, go true. In Katav Gizva. I'm reading Rashi in the paper, Shitas Rashi. So we quote Rashi. In Katav Gizbar, if somebody wrote to the Gizbar, who's Gizbar? Gizbar is a treasure, a treasure man. The treasure man that is involved, that he's a treasurer of the Betzalel, right, of the temple, of the Beis Hamikdash.
Wait, where are you reading again?
I'm reading the papers we gave out.
I have it. Page 2.
Second paragraph, Shitas Rashi.
Shita's what?
Rashi.
Page 2.
No, page 1, first page. Shitas Rashi, not following you? Do you have the papers of the Diaspora Yeshiva?
Yes, she's right. Okay, I have it right back. Im katav legazer star. Okay.
Im katav lagizbar shtar. If a man wrote to the treasure man of the Hegdesh, shtar, a document, al ma'ot pidyon Hegdesh, on the money of redeeming the Hegdesh. What do you mean writing a shtar on the money of redeeming the Hegdesh? What does that mean? So first I want to describe, we should have a picture in the mind. How does it work? When there's a Hegdesh and the Hegdesh wants to redeem something, you have to bring an appraisal. What's an appraisal? Shamai. The Shamai has to be 3, or his land has to be 10 people, and one of them has to be a coin because it's an interest. They take away his assets. So then you have to have appraisals. How many appraisal, Alex? 10. 10 people to appraisal the land of Hegdesh. One of them has to be a coin.
Also with.
Now they finish the appraisal of the land. They give you a piece of paper. How much money, according to the appraisal, is worth?
There's 3, there has to be one coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
if it's movable.
That is called Psikas Domin.
No, Shuma. It's called Shuma.
Psikas Domin.
No, Shuma.
They say how much money?
Shuma. They tell you how much money. You don't just go to the gizbar and make a decision, make a deal with the treasure man. Well, those will be the worst thing because his nephew, his uncle, his friend, everybody was making money. So make deals under the table. Bachita la tenasa. No, it's bachita la tenasa.
Yeah.
No bachita la tenasa. Only bachita means crying. Okay. Bachita la tenasa. No bachita under the table. No bakshish. So then you have to have 10 people that appraisal it.
What do you mean no bajita la terraza?
No la terraza, la tenasa.
La terraza, but what you want to say? What you want to say?
Bajita la tamesa. Bajita la tamesa.
Under the table.
Yes, la tamesa. Bajita la tamesa.
Bajo de la mesa.
¿Entiende? Habla español.
Bajo la mesa.
Bajo la mesa.
Bajo la mesa.
No bajo la mesa.
Tenaza is like.
Yeah, okay. Bajita la mesa. Okay. Okay, 1 second. So now the Gizbar gives you a number. Now you want to redeem, right? You want to get that object for yourself. Sin cosa la Gizbar shtar. If I escribo la carta la sanction. If I wrote a shtar to the Hegdesh, to the Gizbar, al moes pidyoneres, and the money that the appraisals said that's the amount of money to redeem the Hegdesh.
The money is there now.
Again,
The money is
I
there.
wrote a document on the money. Which money? Who gave me money? Where's the money? No, it's the number of money that the appraisals gave us. No, the document again. I wrote a document on what? On the money of Peter Negnesh. Exactly. On the money of the value of redeeming the Hegdesh. Ein Hegdesh Podum. The Hegdesh is not redeemed with a document. The Baino we need the Nosan Akesa Vekam. We need that the money will be given to the Gizbor and that will be established to redeem the Hegdesh. But Shtar doesn't do the job. Now 1 second. Un momento. Why? Rashi is talking about a Shtar Kinyan or he's talking about Shtar Ischayvus? What kind of Shtar Rashi is speaking about?
Seems to be when we talk about putting the value of less than or more on a star like that, it seems to me like that's like a star here.
Right, that's the Rashba.
Yeah.
But Rashi, now we're not talking about Rashi, not Rashi.
When you talked about the grids, you were talking
Yes,
about
the
star
Rashi.
here.
Yes.
Now you're talking about Rashi.
Which is a Shtar what? Shtar Choy. The document, not Shtar Kinyan, Shtar Choy. Shtar on the money, which means a document about that I'll pay you the money. I promise. I can call it in English promissory note. Promisorios la carta. Promesa la carta. Carta la promesa. La promesa.
Why cannot be star?
Carta la promesa. A document of promise. Promissory note.
Maybe it's star.
Yes.
I mean, he called it a gizmo star, and the star kinyan. The money would happen. Star kinyan.
What is Alamois? Shtar Alamois. What? It doesn't fit the word so much. It's possible, it's hard because that's just Shtar Alamois Pidoneda. Shtar a document Al.
Shtar see. The noise is star. The noise is lost. Noise is star. Star should called the star. See. This is the star. Star kinyan. What? And Moish is going to
The Shtar is not on the Mois. The Shtar is on the Hegdesh.
Exactly. Right, the star.
On the Hegdesh.
Don't say Hegdesh.
I know, I'm asking you. According to you, if a Shtar does it, why it says Shtar on the Mois? On Mois Pidyon.
No, there has to be star that the no, there has to be.
The subject of the Shtar is on the Mois or the Shtar of some Shtar is the redeeming? Pidyon or on the Mois?
The subject.
The Shtar does the breaking of the Bailus, the Kinyan, or on the money. So now I'm saying it's both.
Wait. No, you see.
Make a decision. What's Shtar and Rashi?
Actually, you can say both.
What?
You can say both.
What Rashi saying? Don't tell me about what does he say? Shtar on what? And Shtar what? What is written in the Shtar? English a podui? I have the English. I owe the English the money. What type of Shtar? Which type of Shtar, Rabbi? Make a decision.
I need coin in there.
And the coin doesn't mean, but how? The Shtar is telling me what does it do?
I'm coining for Mecca.
So is it podui? Arei is a podui. Arei is Arei English konui. Podui.
And the money, and then he says nothing. And the Moshe Pidyon has to be, the Stam Shtar has to be, Pidyon has to be on something. Not because the Shtar is really on a Kenyan. But it has to be something to be Chal, has to be on Mamar.
So where's the money?
You don't need money.
But when it's a bichal, a piece of paper.
It's a Kenyan.
No,
A
it's
Shtar
not
Kenyan.
money.
Shtar Kenyan. I'm making a Shtar Kenyan. Like Sudo. Like a Sudo.
Yes.
I'm making a Shtar Kenyan.
You.
The money that we put in there.
Not the money. Making a sudo on the Kenyan, on the Hegdesh, the Mafkia, the Bailus. Not the money, on the Bailus.
And the Bible.
Star al Bailus של הקדש.
And the Bible. And the Gizbat and the Bible. Cannot be
Not
Bible.
him. The הקדש.
Cannot be
And
Bible.
Bailus of the הקדש, not Gizbat.
Buy him at this money. Buy him at this money. And more is at this money. The Ekdesh is not Gizbat, not buy him at Ekdesh.
No.
It's only at this
Bailus
money.
and נסחפת, סמן.
At this time.
And נסחפת, רש לא נסחפת.
We
Small.
are
Says, boys, Pidyon, yes.
We are
Yes,
thinking
it is.
about the star with a piece of paper, but in this era, it doesn't exist a paper. The star was made by later of the moon, of the cow.
Yes.
And no one give you a piece of a moon ring. You need
Right.
to buy it with kesef, and the star has have a value. Even if less than a Pruda have a value because it's a piece of later. And also you need to write, and no one knows how to write, etc. Only the people that study Torah that have money. Because if you don't have money, you are able to learn. You need to work. As the value of a star and writing have a value because it's like money. Because you need to learn how to write, you need to be suffer. No one was suffering in that era. No one knows how to write. Only the rich people have the.
Only the Jewish people.
The Jew, rich, not old Jew. The
Oh.
rich Jew. Because if you are not rich, you are not able to study.
No, all Jews know how to read and write.
Eh?
All Jews, from Rabbi Shua ben Gamliel, everybody know how to read and write.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Soifer, he's trying to say Soifer. Soifer is a German man.
Yeah.
Not
There was a scribe, okay.
Also, we have a value to write the chart and to buy the piece of later.
Paper, no papiros.
So I know it's not that mean, it's not coins, but have some value.
Shvep kesef, value. Okay, if the piece of paper is worth money, you're right. It doesn't need to be worth, but star doesn't need to be worth money.
No, because
It could be even on a leaf. You know what's a leaf? Ale. Even a hoja. No necesita la valor. La carta no necesita la valor.
Piece of wood. Piece of wood.
I speak Spanish, right?
Calvin Hoiber is built in a non פחות משם בפרוטה שטר.
Yes.
And why they star can get out of a woman from the Ekdesh and also by Homer they can make.
No, the law is star does not work for English. We want to know which type of star doesn't work for English. So Rashi says, if I wrote a star
And the more.
to the Gizba on the money of Peter and the Hegdesh, it doesn't work because I need kesef. And star doesn't do it.
The Pidyon only with Keser.
Yes.
We learn because the Pidyon is a song. Because the woman or every Ivri or a band, as you need to pay with that, because that we need Keser. But here is a kadosh things. It's not a song.
Yeah, but it's kadosh and its ownership by Hegdesh, by the temple. So 1 second. So it says here in Rashi that which type of star the Torah excludes that doesn't work, even shtar chov.
Not even. Only Shtacho.
Shtar chov, although the shtar chov document on debt says I owe you. You heard the word I owe you. I owe you. I write to the Gizba. I owe you money. I wrote. So Rashi is saying that if the person wrote a document of debt, I owe you money. This is that the Torah needs money mamash, not shtar choiv. Comes the Rashba, and he says that's not the pshat. He says Shitas Rashba, You see, she's the Sarashbo. Im kosa b'shtar hegdesh ze podui. Eno podui.
Yes.
That's before that.
The nosa, it's a posuk. The nosa na kesef v'kam, the Torah says only money can redeem hegdesh, and not a promissory note.
But how you know the problem says in no subject?
But the Torah says only nosa kesef, only kesef, not a note, not a promissory note.
Maybe it's the Sina. It's a no subject count. Has to be the Sina and.
Of kesef,
And count. Go.
nosa kesef will make come. If you give note, won't become. Shita Sarashbo, Im kosa b'shtar hegdesh ze podui. If he wrote in the document, this hegdesh is redeemed. Ain't no podui, is not redeemed.
We're reading now.
I'm reading Shita Sarashbo. The next paragraph, Shita Sarashbo. Do you see it? Im katav b'shtar hegdesh ze podui. If somebody wrote in a document, this sanctity will be redeemed, now it's no promissory note, just a document. Like Hareza Mekudesh, so this will be podui, which means the shtar will be the king in the acquisition to break the ownership. Do me the shtar kiddushin, similar to shtar kiddushin. Shekos, if he writes law, Hareza Mekudesh Shli. So, and the answer is shtar cannot break the bailus. But if shtar was able to break the bailus, where the kedusha is going to go? We had degrees that says the kedusha on a piece of paper. So we have a machloiket in Rashi and Rashbo. What is the havamin of the Gemara? That only kesef can redeem Egdesh and not shtar. Which shtar? Those are havamin that can redeem, and the pasuk says it doesn't. Which shtar are we talking about? According to Rashi, is shtar choiv, IOU. According to the Rashbo, it's shtar kinyan.
For the Rashbo, if it's a start off, it will be okay.
Maybe it'll be okay because it's money. It's money as market value, yes.
Wait a second. According to the smart, according to the.
Will be part of kesef and natana kesef kama.
According to the smart, according to the task, that is show shavu.
That kesef is no sma is shav. Taz is kinyan.
According to the smart, that
Yes.
is shavu. So then you see here.
Kesef has to be shavius.
Shavu. So here when you do.
So Rashi says the shtar is no shavius, it's the mais kinyan. But if it will be shtar choiv and has a market value, it's kesef. Yes.
And there's
Shve kesef.
put in the garage, go about start opinion.
Yes.
So then, according to this, according to those shadows, how you be learning here, start opinion.
Because it's not kesef. That's exactly what the pasuk says. And also not kesef, only kesef of shavius of shtar kinyan. Just egg does it put it doesn't work. Yes.
And according to the task, it works, how it works according to the task. Opinion.
Only kesef. Because that's a concept. Only kinyan kesef.
Not start.
Okay. Shh.
But we don't find that we can say that there is three issues. We have kesef, shavet kesef, and shtar is not sure that it's shavet kesef. It represents money, but it's not like shavet kesef. If I have shavet kesef, I can use it immediately.
Right.
You have the shtar. Now it's not value. It's represent the value, but it's not.
Not only
the value
represent,
is.
not 100%. You can sell in the market. You go to a change place, they give you market value. It's worth less. Yes, less, but it's there. There's a market value, but it's not intrinsic. It's called en gufoy momon. The goof is not money.
According to the Rashi.
Yes. Right. Rashi learns shtar choiv, and he says it's not money mamash. Why the Torah says kesef and it's not kesef, even though it's shtar choiv, it's kesef. It's market value, but en gufoy momon. It's only can get you the money, but the thing is, some trinkets is just words on a piece of paper. It's a promise. The value is the promissory note. So therefore, it can lead you to money and has market value, but it's not intrinsic. En gufo momon. That's what it's called shtar according to Rashi. According to the Rashbo, it's kesef.
I can
Yes.
go to buy a piece of meat with a star.
Yes. If you have a check, if Donald Trump gives you a check, can you buy with it something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Now Rashbo Yikshet is Rashi. The Rashbo ist an Rashi. Comes the Rashbo and Yisks on Rashi. You have it there, you have the paragraph, Rashi. So I'm reading the words of the Rashi. The Eino Mechuvar is not white, it's not clear. No klaro. The Eino Mechuvar, nish klo. No klaro, no clear, not clear. The Bechai Gavna, in such a case of Rashi, that is a promissory note, Afilo Beisho Eino Mekudeshes, even by a woman, she's not Mekudeshes. Not only a Hegdesh and Maisen Sheni, such a star of promissory note cannot redeem. Mashma, but a promissory note can work by a woman? No, that's not true. If a man tells a woman, you are married to me with 100 zuz, I'm obligating myself on this 100 zuz with a document. She's not mekudeshes. Why? The money there's no real money, it's only obligation of money. The shtar and there's no shtar, because I'm not marrying her with a shtar, I'm marrying her with a debt. And debt is not money. Debt is not money, and the shtar, I'm not marrying her with a shtar. When somebody gives a woman a promissory note, it's a problemeto. Why? Because there's nothing there. Why it's nothing there? I'm marrying her with 100 zuz and I'm just promising. So where's the money? I'm not tangible.
You can sell.
You can sell, but it's not tangible. It's true, but it's not tangible. So if I'm marrying with her, it's not tangible. If it was a promissory note of others, a third party check, so there is receiving and giving. I gave and she received. Here she received, but I didn't give nothing, just promise. We'll see that Rashba explains later on. So therefore he says, but if I wrote the shtar, so it's not only receiving, not giving, so the money itself, the 100 zuz, is from my side, is just a promise, not tangible. The money ain't, there's no money. There's no 100 zuz. The shtar ain't, and the document is also no here. Because I'm not doing kiddushin through the action of key and acquisition of shtar. So shtar I don't have, and money I don't have because it's just a promise. I don't do kiddushin with shtar. I love the money or 100 zuz. Money and ain't can, and the 100 zuz not here. And we need a woman, a man needs to take a woman with money, not with promise. Can you marry a woman with a promise? No, promise is no good. It's not money, and I don't make kaddish with shtar because shtar is just a means to promise. It's a binding paper to bind me on my promise, but I'm not marrying with the binding paper. I'm marrying with the promise. Promise is not money. So money I don't have, and notes I don't have because it's a promissory note. It's not the shtar itself. So I don't have nothing.
As it's like a line.
Yes, nuschaot achirot. You see nun aleph?
You don't have money.
Yes. You see, right. Square brackets. Square brackets means it's inside. There's one of the, you see nun aleph, what does nun aleph stands for? What does nun aleph stands for? Nuschaot achirim. Other nuschaot of Rashba. Other version of Rashba. They found a note of some manuscripts of Rashba that he has this 1.5 more lines. The tzarich hiyun, the Rashba says it needs an investigation. Ma'id the kosef lekoyim needs an investigation. From what we say in the Gemara in Bechorot, page 51, it says in the Mishnah, if somebody wrote to a Kohen, I owe you 5 shekels to redeem my son. So the Mishnah says, your son is not redeemed with a promissory note, but when he gives the money, then he's redeemed. And the only reason why he's not redeemed with the Rabbanon, that people will not say that he was redeemed with the document, not with the money. But really, when somebody writes, the Mishnah says in Choros, page 51, Ma'id the kosav lekoyen. If I wrote a coin, a promissory note of 5 shekels, The Mishnah says he's not redeemed right now, but when he gives midoraisa, when he gives the money later on, he's obligated to give. And when he gives midoraisa, the baby is redeemed. No, from the moment I gave. No, because I gave money. No, when I will give. Well, before it's not problem. Because I give him a promissory note, it's not money, it's not 5 shekels. But once I give the 5 shekels, midoraisa, the baby is redeemed. And the Rabbanon is not that people want to say that people make a mistake and say that shtar redeems and shtar doesn't redeem. So comes the Rashba and says, I have a doubt that by a kohen when I give the money it works. What about by kiddushi? If somebody writes a promissory note to the woman, so she's not mekudesh because she cannot marry with a promise, and a document, I'm not married with a document, but when I will give the money, by kiddush, midoraisa works. Kiddushi won't work. Why? Porque the kiddushi, he mekudeshes, he has a doubt, maybe mekudeshes or not. Why? What's the sign that she will be mekudeshes? Kevan sins, but I gave money. Dineros has no smell, right? The Caesars of Rome said money doesn't smell, doesn't have smell. No, he says no. Here there's a bad smell. Why? Kevan sins. Since I gave the money for the sake of a payment of my promise in the document, and not for the sake of kiddushin, of now. That's why it doesn't work. Again, he says, by redeeming a baby, firstborn son, somebody writes a promissory note to the Kohen. So right now, he didn't give him anything. The son is not redeemed. But when he gives him the money, he gives him money for the sake of redeeming. It works then. But when somebody gives a promissory note to a woman, says, I'll marry you with $1,000. Here's a check. Here's a promissory note. So right now, she's not married because right now, it's just a promise. And when he pays her the money, it's a payment of the check of the obligatory note, but not for sake of kiddushi. She says maybe he will work no way. Not in the moment that he gave her the shtar, because the check, because it's a promissory note and it's not money. And later on, when he pays the debt, it's just paying the debt of the promissory note. But he's not giving her then kiddushi with aiding for the sake of kiddushi. So therefore, it won't work.
But he gives the money. There is another problem here. It's not the Kudesha because it is 1 day after, 2 days after. It's not, there was an Eidos.
That's why I don't know. Maybe there was 80. Let's say there was 80. One problem of 80, but problem will be that he's not giving it for the sake of kiddushi. That's his. That's so human. It's not clear there. The Rashba was a doubt. So it's not clear there. But he continues. We look at the Mishnah, page 51. The Mishnah says by Peter Rabben, in the beginning of the chapter of Noisen Ksubis, and Noises Aisha is written there. If somebody writes a promissory note to the coin that he owes him 5 shekels, the Mishnah says Chayiv Litan lo is obligated to give it to him. Hamisha Sloim, he obligated to give him 5 Sloim. Upno and Apodu, but his son is not redeemed right now. It was just a promise. But he's obligated to give. And even when he gives the money, his son is not redeemed. Miderabonon. Kedei shelo yoimu, in order that people should not say, pointing mishtoret, that you redeem with documents. The Alma, we see from this, afilu dvar Torah, even from the words of Torah, right now, when he gave a promissory note, according to everyone from the Torah, doesn't work right now. And only when he gives, midoraisa opinion Ben works. If that's true, against Rashi, if somebody gives a woman a promissory note, because you cannot marry a woman with a promise until he gives. When he does give the money, the kesef it's money and not shtar, and we are searching for shtar. So he says a different reason why. First of all, when I give the money later on, could be I'm not giving for the sake of kiddushin to pay the debt. That 101, that's still a chiyuv. And even if I say no, I give it for kiddushin, but when I give the money, it's kesef. And our subject is shtar. So if I give a promissory no, the promissory no right now doesn't help because it's just promise. So the shtar doesn't work as a promissory. Later, when I give the money, even if I give the money for kiddushin, it's money, not shtar. I'm researching for shtar. Can shtar marry? Can a promissory note marry a woman? Rashi says yes. Only by hekdesh it doesn't work. But by kiddushin, yes. It says how's it possible? The promissory no doesn't work. That's it doesn't say Rashi. Rashi says that the Mishnah says kesef can redeem hekdesh. Shtar, a promissory note, cannot redeem hekdesh. Mashma, if it wasn't for hekdesh for kiddushin, the promissory note would work. He says not true. Promissory note doesn't work right now, like we see by Bechoros. And later on, when you give the money, first we don't give it for sake of kiddushin. Maybe if you do, it's money, not shtar. We talk about shtar. That's the kashas of the Rashba against Rashi.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Because let's take an example. The guy make an star with the document to the girl to
Yes.
get married, but he knows he's not married with her because he didn't pay. But he wants to say her, don't be with another one. Wait me until I pay you.
Yes.
What's happening?
Nothing. She can say bye-bye.
Yeah.
She's not tied with him. Only no tiki, no wash. No ticket, no nothing.
Okay, and because that I need to.
True, there's no kiddushin.
Not get married until I have tiki.
Not true, not true. Not true. Not true. How much your hat is worth? Your hat. How much is worth?
$50.
So you have puta.
No, I don't.
Hey, you can marry 80. You can marry 80 women.
No, I want to.
80 women. Let's say everyone will take $1.
$1.
Yeah, mucho dinero, no problem. Kusha success a choishin al Rashi. Comes the success a choishin, he says, I don't understand the Rashi. That's for sure. The choil. זה כבר להביא לכל הדרש בו. בסדר?
יש פחות גזברים לך. אני לא מבין כל אחד.
בין מי למי?
אולה, זה לפי אולה.
נכון.
יש פחות לשם.
נכון.
אז זה רק לפי אולה. לפי כל טימה, תסתכל. מביא כאן, ואותו אולה. אבל הכל מפותים. זה לא בסוגיה שלו.
בסדר, פתחו פה.
זה לא טוב או פחות.
בסדר. בסדר. צויס החוישן. סימן חוף צדיק סיד קוטן וו. ופירש רש"י. ז"ל. שטר של פוידים בו הקדש. The Gemara says, "Stark, they cannot redeem English." Rashi says, "It costs like star and more squeeze in English." If the man wrote the Gizbar document on the money of redeeming English, and English probably the English cannot be redeemed. The says Kesef can redeem not star. So he says, "V'uchrach lefaresh star didei." What pushed Rashi to talk about the promissory note that he wrote, that he created? What about the promissory note of others? He says, it's not from the subject that we're learning. Our subject of the Gemara of marriage is his own star. Right? That's a subject, not other people's star. Promissory notes of others is his. Because we look about Kiddushin, he writes a star. Because others is kesef. Works like kesef. Shtar doesn't. Mashma the gamber started this mashma even his own shtar. Koinim but does work to acquire. So that's gonna be shtar chov da'acherim. Otherwise it's kesef. So really shtar chov didei. So, English doesn't work. Kiddushin and Kaka works. If it's Shtar Chov Da'acherim, it's not Shtar. So he's saying Shtar marries a woman in the Skiddushin Karka, but not Pidyon. Okay, so he explains what pushed Rashi to speak about his own Shtar and not talking about that. We'll stop here. People should finish the Ktois inside Zrat Hashem and the Koibet Shiurim in the next. No, people don't like it. Rabbi Hanania ben Akash Shoel, רוצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזק ישראל לפיכך, עיר בהם תלמיד שנאמר, אני לא בעצם מעשית כוי, להגדיל תוירו וידיר, שגדל ויסקדי שמאיר אבו, לא בוא נראה ביוסי, אני חמוסי, חי כל ומכל ונחול בית ישראל, בגולו בזמן קוראים בו אומר, שנעמוד ולא אנחנו לא היום, שבת, מצפועה, מצפמה, מצנסי,